Day 2 of World Cup 2026 is done, and it belonged to the co-hosts. The United States destroyed Paraguay 4-1 in Los Angeles, and Canada fought back from behind to earn a historic point against Bosnia-Herzegovina in Toronto. And inside both of those results are stories about records, redemption, and one player whose family was in the stands watching him make history. Let's get into everything that happened on Day 2. The United States did not just beat Paraguay, they made history doing it. 4-1 is the most the USMNT had ever scored in a single World Cup match, breaking a record that had stood since their very first tournament in 1930. Pochettino's side dominated possession 63-37, and Paraguay never looked like they belonged on the same pitch for large stretches of this game. And the man at the center of it all was Folarin Balogun, a striker born in New York to Nigerian parents, raised in London, who was eligible to play for England, Nigeria, or the United States, and chose the USA back in 2023. Tonight he scored twice, the first American to score a brace at a World Cup since 1930, and his family was in the stands watching it happen. Balogun called it, quote, a dreamy night, and honestly, it is hard to write a better story than that for a World Cup debut. The USA's first goal actually came from Paraguay themselves. Damian Bobadilla turned the ball into his own net in the 7th minute, under pressure from Mark Kenny and Pulisic, and the night was capped off in stoppage time when substitute Gio Reyna called in a stunning Trivela finish for the 4th, assisted by fellow substitute Alex Freeman. Paraguay's only goal came from Mauricio in the 73rd minute, but by that point the result was never in doubt. Over in Toronto, Canada drew 1-1 with Bosnia-Herzegovina, and that single point is actually a historic moment for Canadian football, because it is the very first point Canada have ever earned in men's World Cup match. They lost all 3 games in 1986, and all 3 games again in Qatar 2022. So a draw on a home soil in front of Canada chanting crowd that included Conor McDavid and Ryan Reynolds is a result worth celebrating. Bosnia took the lead in the 21st minute through Jovo Lukic's header, his first ever international goal, and Canada had to fight back without their biggest star, Alphonso Davies, who missed this game with a hamstring injury after scoring Canada's first ever World Cup in Qatar 4 years ago. But substitute side Larin needed just 2 minutes after coming off the bench to equalize, finishing a pass from Promise David in the 78th minute. Canada dominated the game statistically, outshooting Bosnia 13-8, but the stubborn Bosnian side, who eliminated 4-time champions Italy in the playoffs, held on for the points. So here is where both groups stand after Day 2. In Group D, the USA sits top with 3 points and a +3 goal difference after their 4-1 win. And Group B, Canada and Bosnia are both 1 point after their draw, with Qatar and Switzerland still to play their openers. Both co-host nations now know exactly what they need heading into their second group game.